President Trump on Monday pledged to deliver more weapons to Ukraine and threatened to slap additional sanctions on Russia, trying to reach a peace deal in the three-year war.
But many officials expressed misgivings that the 50-day deadline handed Russian President Vladimir Putin the opportunity to capture more Ukrainian territory before any settlement. NBC's Keir Simmons reports from Moscow.
Hey there, good day to you. Still no response from President Putin to President Trump's peace deal ultimatum. Russian ministers have been dismissing the deadline, but of course, here in Russia, it is only one man's opinion that really counts, the man inside the Kremlin behind me there, President Putin. President Zelensky has been praising the new approach at the White House, saying the Russians only respond to pressure. But of course, we know that President Putin is a man who does not easily yield to pressure. We've been talking to Russians on the streets of Moscow here, many of them defiant, saying they're not frightened by those reports that President Trump spoke with President Zelensky about the potential of long-range missiles hitting the capital here, Moscow, and St. Petersburg in Russia. The White House at first saying that that conversation did happen, but that President Trump wasn't pushing for it, wasn't suggesting there should be more killing. And then questioned yesterday on camera, President Trump was asked whether President Zelensky should hit Moscow, and he said no, he should not. There are, according to the Russians, feelings of uncertainty about what exactly the White House is asking for. That's from Russian ministers, suggesting that this 50-day deadline isn't clear, that it's not clear exactly what is expected there. But again, ultimately, and this is what we're waiting for, we need to hear from President Putin to know exactly what Russia's stance is. Keir Simmons, NBC News, Moscow.
Russia launched new attacks on Ukraine overnight, injuring 15 people and damaging the country's energy infrastructure. The European Union is considering a proposal to set aside 100 billion euros to help fund Ukraine's defense.